So we'll skip through this kind of quick, but I just want to give you guys a good idea of how we do what we do and why we do it. All right. So initially we get a call for an emergency response. That may be a fire, it may be a large storm, things like that. And we assess the situation based on the client needs. So if it's a construction company and they need to know how they're going to do repairs and how many repairs they're going to be doing, we have a different set of skills and a different set of equipment for the planning process. If it's a hazmat containment and recovery company, we have another set of operational skills that we use, so and different equipment. However, most of our operations are based around thermal imaging, infrared, sometimes LiDAR and a few other things, but 3D mapping and modeling, and we combine these together to create the most accurate data you could ever have. So we get ready by using an image like this, which is a basic satellite image from Google Earth or Google Maps. And the biggest problem we have with this is it's not very accurate. It's usually not been taken or updated in the last few years. However, it will usually show us what types of power lines are in the area, towers, anything like that, what immediate concerns we're going to have for our client's safety and for our safety when we get on site, especially when it comes to thousands of miles away on the coast or something like that. But this is just a quick example. Now I want to give a disclaimer that all the data that we're going to be showing in this video is from public domain projects. So this is actually University of Wisconsin, and these are projects that we do on a monthly basis, is scan chemical facilities, factories, hospitals, etc. And we do structural inspections and grounds inspections. So this is what we do on a normal basis. Only normally we're looking for very minute things. We're looking for hail impacts. We're looking for minor moisture entrapment beneath the surface of the roof. We're looking for structural damage, things like this. So that's one large advantage, is when it comes to storms and when it comes to large hazmat spills, things like this, the damage is much more clear. So when you're used to looking for a needle in a haystack and now you're looking for the haystack, it's a lot easier. So that's how I compare these things. The big thing that comes in when it comes to recovery and mitigation and things like that is being prepared. Now, we have a team with over 20 years of experience with thermal imaging, infrared, industrial, and hazmat emergencies, and we also have a 20-year electrician and a construction crew, and we have all the equipment necessary to be in an area off the grid for several weeks or even a month. So going through, step one would be to gather any information we can find online about the site, and that's going to be these images. So step two is gaining all the proper authorizations from the FAA. We get TFR clearance, anything else we need for that emergency area. There's going to be other pilots and other drones, other helicopters, all that in the air. We need to coordinate everything we do with the safety of all of them. So step three, we're getting on site now. We're going to set up our ground level GPS, which is going to be our Trimble units or our reach units. And this is going to be to get more accurate map data. So what we're looking to create here initially is a 3D model of the entire site, whether that's an industrial facility or structure, or it's hundreds of acres of land or anything like that. That's what we need to know. We need to set up and start doing a mapping flight. So that's going to look something like this. We're going to collect thousands of images that have got GPS tags on them, and we're going to start processing all of that data in our computers on site. As we do that, we will begin thermal and infrared scans, and now we're looking for initially overall damage. We want to find, depending on the situation, we want to find hot spots, but we also want to find damaged or anything to electrical systems that could be a hazard to our client in what they're trying to do, as well as ourselves. So we're going to look for those overall damages. We're going to look for severely wet areas, and that's going to get into the moisture mapping. So when we're doing a moisture map of an exterior area, we're doing it like you're going to see here in this video as we're going through. This is an actual landfill inspection, and you can see what we've done is tracked. We're looking for gas leaks underground, and we were looking for moisture trapped underground with oils. So we scanned over. Initially, we created the 3D model. Then we did another 3D model using only thermal and infrared data. So there's no image at all. It's just thermal and infrared. What we're able to do is show you where any entrapment may happen. So that's the next stage, is for us to locate those hazards or locate those points of interest and give them to our client. We're able to show you day to day how things have changed, how the whole environment has changed, or the facility. And we can locate all of this damage on a daily basis and show if the weather, if it's receding, if any of this oil is getting out into other areas, if the water table is rising. So we're jumping back and forth between structural and exterior, but we consider it all the same thing when we talk about moisture mapping. We're talking about damage to facilities and structures, and then collection out in the field. So if you have any questions about how we go about this, how we process it, or how you can get us on site, you can give us a call at 608-571-2471. You can also go to www.aitdrone.com. Thank you very much.